crime intelligence has been the front in the media space on corruption. There is not a single divisional commissioner that has held his post and stayed there. Most of them were charged for corruption, or allegations of corruption, and removed, and there was always acting. Crime intelligence is a very closed environment, a dangerous environment too as well. There were inquiries and maybe criminal cases open, but some of them came nowhere. This matter that came to IDAC via a referral led to something unprecedented, that it led to the arrest of the executive of crime intelligence. To go to the people, the senior manager of crime intelligence, I start with General Khumalo.
Have you noted any specific members within the division that posed any of those threats to the police?
Yes, I have identified such members, and we are dealing with them accordingly. Some of them are dismissed already. Some of them, then we are in the process of different steps that we are taking against.
I'm going to come back to the dismissals later, General, but just for everyone's clarity, so you don't have to name anyone now, can you explain how such problematic conduct typically manifests in practice? So share some examples. You mentioned earlier about senior management in Gauteng, for example. But even if it's on a national level, can you give us an example of, practical example of where you noticed or had to intervene because of interference in investigations, manipulation of task teams, or other kinds of influence, any kind of obstruction? Can you give us one or two examples?
Within the division, Honorable Chair, honorable members, one, as I indicated in my affidavit, that one of the critical issues that we identified was the lawlessness. That is lawlessness that is linked with the hiding behind secrecy of the environment, which made it easier than for this culture of doing wrong things to be allowed, or to be regarded as if there is nothing wrong about it. So anyone who will want to act against that will be the one who's having a problem.
So General, in your experience, are you aware currently of any senior officers that benefit from some kind of protection within the South African Police Service environment that allows them to persist with misconduct?
Yes, as part of this investigation that we're busy with, yes, we have identified a lot of senior officers.
What structures or mechanisms mostly provide this? So to give you clarity, and you'll see where I'm going with this, I'm going to touch on policy regarding the disciplinary process and so on, but what mechanisms do they hide behind? If not mechanisms, which people do they hide behind?
In most cases at senior level, they hide behind some of the senior officials that do not apply the legal framework correctly so, or are scared of applying the legal framework. It is a norm that in most cases, it's a matter of faking sickness and booking of sick for the next 2 years. And then whoever then has to deal with that situation lacks then the legal understanding as to how to go about dealing with such situations.
General, can you give an example of any members that have recently done that have booked off or just stayed away from work?
In my environment, yes, I had General Motley that booked off sick, I think, for about 2 years.
Sure.
Many people will tell their stories. General Khumalo will tell you, because General Khumalo became a bad person, especially as I had assigned him, Honorable Chair, to go to crime intelligence and work there at counterintelligence office, where he uncovered shocking things, which today is still uncovering within crime intelligence. The National Commissioner at the time was a Deputy National Commissioner of Police. He was deployed by myself to go and work at crime intelligence as an acting divisional commissioner there. He himself, he knows the bad things that were happening at crime intelligence. So crime intelligence has always been in the bad light to date. And we know that the members that are working there, if they're not getting their ways, and if you want to tighten up the screws, you want to lock up the ease of access to the resources of intelligence, the only response they know is to go and tarnish your image in the public space. So, Chair, I don't want to be long, but I want to indicate that I've been there before, and we've been there before. That's why even to date, the National Commissioner, myself, General Khumalo, still regarded as the bad ones. It was no surprise, Honorable Chair and members, when I heard from the media asking me about the letter to withdraw the political trust team. I just laughed it off, because Section 207 gave me a mandate and responsibility to do policing in this province. Now, if there's an instruction that is going to interfere with operations of the South African Police Service, for me, it will be perceived as a defeating edge of justice. So therefore, I'll need to put very close attention on that. And because I wondered what would have informed. I phoned the National Commission, was on leave at the time when the letter was written, allegedly, and he didn't know anything about it.
Affidavit, that this is, I received information under my door, this is what the information said. So I relied on his affidavit. He didn't give us classified documents, or I didn't get any classified documents. So, Counsel, he refers to it. He says, documents having been pushed under my door, I relied on that information. And of course, I think it goes on further to say he relied on other information he would have got.
Now, if you are looking for the referral affidavit, Mr. Adams's, it's at file 2, page 512, and the paragraph you're referring to is paragraph 3. File 2, page 512.
Yes, that is
now, if we go to 513 at paragraph 3, he says, my suspicion about General Khumalo and others became more clearer when I found an envelope pushed under my office door at Parliament, which contained some crime intelligence procurement documents using secret funds of crime intelligence and vetting documents. So, if I understand you correctly, within the engagement yesterday that there were no grounds, you said that is one of the grounds. Now, you haven't seen the content of the envelope and the documents therein, but you rely on Mr. Adams, who says, trust me, I've read them.
That is correct.
Okay.
Can I, just on this, follow up on this, I don't remember which provision exactly in the NPA Act, but there is a provision that states that if in the course of your investigation you come upon, I'm going to call it information because I don't remember the exact terminology, of a possible offense, another offense that is not what you're investigating, you can refer it on if it's not part of what you're investigating. Am I correct in remembering such a provision?
That is correct.
Yes. Now, on this here, in the referral affidavit, Mr. Adams tells you that I have intelligence documents that were shoved under my door. And from those documents, I have even more reason to believe that Khumalo and them, General Khumalo and them, have committed offenses. Isn't that typically, because you know, you are in the sector, you know that when he says somebody shoved intelligence documents under me, it's material that he shouldn't have. You know that.
Correct.
Did you do anything in accordance with the provision of your act that says if you come upon information that suggests a possible offense being committed, you refer it to another agency? Did you refer this possession of intelligence documents that were on Mr. Adams's own account were not properly given to him or lawfully given to him? Did you refer it to the appropriate agency for investigation?
I did not, Commissioner, not having any knowledge or sight of the documents he referred to.
He tells you that he's got documents that speaks to intelligence matters. It's crime intelligence documents about procurement and something else. Intelligence documents that someone gave to me, and I don't know who they put them under my door. That seems to me a classical case of you should have referred this to somebody. You don't need to see the documents to know. He's telling you I've got possession of those documents. Why did you not consider it a case that must be referred to somebody else to look at, the appropriate authority to look at?
I did not.
Okay. And you don't have a reason why you didn't do it?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners. Your October 25 statement to the Commission regarding the dockets. Now, this is, as of the 6th of December, you have authorized...
Ms. Silla, sorry, can
Yes.
I please interrupt you? I didn't realize
Absolutely,
you're asking
absolutely,
a different
Commissioner.
question. Advocate Johnson, that referral that Ms. Silla referred you to exchange with Advocate Arendse, where you say you were not aware that a complaint has been laid with the minister. Can I ask you to repeat your explanation for why you answered the way you did?
At the time, I did not remember that letter. At the time when I was at the ad hoc committee.
You did not...
I did not recall that we had got a letter from the office of the minister.
Okay, so it's the same explanation.
It's the same explanation.
Thank you. Thanks, Ms. Silla.